They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And some room to maneuver. And he brings it back to around the 26-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 24, Prescott. And he's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
It's the score. Cowboys 7, Steelers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
15.
Defensively, they were in the 3-4. That O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
And the Steeler first down.
Penny, a first down carry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The tackle made by Jalen Smith. 2 yards on the pickup.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. This to Jarwin. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Ezekiel Elliott on the carry.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Prescott from the gun. Buying time to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Johnson on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
3-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 6-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
1st down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They set up the screen to Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Steeler 1st down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Ben to throw again. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. That's going to set him back 5 yards. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Darren Warland. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
If you're a football guy, that's that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. First down, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Prescott on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Well, he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
6-yard line.
Now Elliott. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Ezekiel Elliott.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking for Cooper, but it's intercepted. His safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit. And he goes down. It's a sack. his own 3-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 79 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Steelers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Tackle made at the 5.
So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield. A handoff to Penny. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Here's Roethlisberger. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Jalen Smith with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds like counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Prescott with a throw caught by Lamb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. C.D. Lamb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
2-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
This is taken at the 18. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, he covered a lot of ground, 82 yards on the punt return. Then the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Following the interception, here's Prescott. It's intercepted at the goal line. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. He had another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
The tackle made
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second and 8. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Pollard, the ball carrier.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Complete.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 yards.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line.
Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy.
Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 31. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Second and 11 now.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Come on now, let's do this.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Play action now. Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. 30. 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. Oh, good return up past the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side of this one. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
The tackle made by
now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. Brings up 4th down.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
Is good.
The extra point is good.